I'm only taking one step at a time towards healing myself. I had to get out, I found a way out. No more living in pain or misery. It's all about protecting my energy. Keep the negative away from me, because I am just keeping my peace. Cut off everything that no longer was serving me, and I chose to start loving myself. I walk in my purpose, no looking back, I'm only going with it. B.O. standing there, a better version of me. I must say that I'm proud of me. It's not about how you feel, I'm living proof that God is real. So let me show you how to heal. Damn it, I'm wearing it well, cause I came a long way. My journey isn't yet complete, that's what it look like to heal. Damn it, I'm wearing it well, I'm proud of myself. It's nothing to it, you can do it, all you gotta do is just fight through it. Creative soul, creative soul, creative soul. Just fight through it. Creative soul, creative soul, creative soul, creative soul, yeah, yeah.
Welcome to Pain to Purpose podcast, where we have open discussions to heal together as a community. Today, we are on episode 12 on our author series, and our special guest is Miss Rodgers. How are you, Miss Rodgers? Welcome.
Well, hello, Miss Creative Soul. I am doing fine. Thank you so much for asking, and thank you for having me on your show today.
You are welcome. You are welcome. I'm glad you came on. So, can you give us a little information about yourself?
Absolutely. I'm originally from Monroe, Louisiana, but I have been in Texas. Yes, I've been in Texas 20, 21 years, so I'm a Texan girl. I am Yes, I am a Texan. I have been in healthcare for about 10 years, but I started my business 3 years ago in 2021 after the pandemic and all of the chaos that came with that. So now I am a Christian motivational speaker, author, and entrepreneur. And I am just, again, I'm just excited to be here and talk about my story and anything else you want to ask.
Well, congratulations. And are you loving it in Texas?
I do love it. My family is here. I got married here. I have 2 children now. Yeah.
Okay, good, good. All right, so let's get on into this story. The floor is yours.
Yeah. So, as I was saying, how I got started in my business, it was after the pandemic. I started seeing everybody creating their own, generating revenue for themselves with the economy being so crazy, right? So I started saying, well, I need to do something too. But I didn't know how to bake, so that was out. I wasn't a cook, so I couldn't do the meal prep, things of that sort. And so I started kind of feeling down on myself. And then I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna let God use me and see what he has for me. And I started speaking. I started posting inspirational videos, sitting in front of my camera every single day. I didn't know what I was gonna talk about. So I wasn't that great at it in the beginning, but I stuck with it. And so I just kept going. And then in January 2022, I decided to start selling t-shirts. So that's how the entrepreneurship came about. I have like affirmation t-shirts that I sell where it's like chosen, forgiven, healed, yes, overcomer,
I like that.
resilient. And all of my words have corresponding Bible verses to go along with them, because I believe that, if you cover yourself with the word, you will believe that you are the word, and you will live out that word. So one day I went to the dentist office to get my teeth cleaned, and I was talking to the secretary, and my mind said, I need to give Miss Barbara a card. And then I was like, I'm not giving her a card, because she was like in her 60s or something. I was like, she does
Mhm.
not have Facebook. Me saying to myself, like, I know. But anyway,
Yeah.
so I gave her my card, and the very first thing that she said was, you need to connect with this motivational speaker. And she looked her up on Facebook, hence me saying that she didn't have it. She looked her up on Facebook and gave me her contact information. And so I messaged her. She had about 17 to 20,000 followers. For me, it's a lot. And
Yeah.
so, yes, and she responded. She responded that same day. And come to find out, they were having a conference like 10 minutes from my house. This was February, and the conference was going to be later that year at a theological seminary school in July. Well, I signed up for the conference, and one of the things that happens when you sign up for the conference is that you get a one-on-one 15-minute consultation with the director. And so I talked with her, and I didn't have to ask her any questions. Every single thing that I wanted to know, she said it in the conversation. But the
Oh,
one thing, I know the one thing that she said to me that really stuck out was, she said, if you're a speaker, you're expected to write. And if you're a writer, you're expected to speak. And even though that's what she said, in my mind, it said, you need to write a book. And that is how I became an author. And my book, Kneeling Earnestly for Transformation 30-Day Devotional, is now out 2 years later, everywhere books are sold.
that is great. Okay, so tell everybody where your book is at.
So you can find my book at Barnes and Noble. You can find my book on Amazon or anywhere books are sold. But you can also find my book on my website at www.nakedrarodgers.com. That's my name, Nakedra Rodgers, Rodgers.com.
Okay. So now let's get into this business. So on the website, they can purchase your book
Mhm.
and they can get their affirmation t-shirt.
Yes. So I don't I
Okay.
don't I don't sell the affirmations t-shirts on my website, simply because I didn't want people to look at me as a vendor.
Um,
I'm an author. I'm a speaker. So you can go to my website and book me to speak, or send an inquiry for me to come and speak at your event. And you can purchase a signed copy of my book from my website. But however, if you want an affirmation t-shirt, then definitely I ship. So I have had people message me all the time asking me for the color they want, the word they want, and the size, and I definitely get it over to them. So if you go to my social media pages, you will see all of the shirts that I sell. You will see the colors, you will see the words, you will see the Bible verses that go along with them, and you can just message me, and we can move forward into how I can get that over to you.
okay, that's great. Now listen, I'm gonna tell you, don't talk about me, y'all, for my audience or Miss Rogers. So I bought the machine to start making t-shirts, but I be doing so much other stuff, and I'm like, okay, I need to like make time because working full time job, and then uh, doing hair as well, and then I doing the podcast, then came out with my book, and then now the second one, and I'm like, I need to like set a time to just like work on that.
And
So
it's
I
cool.
need some tips.
It's
No, I do. I've always been a girl that had my hands in mini pots. So
Mhm.
that's always been me. That's why I'm
Yeah.
creative soul. So
Yeah.
I've been like that since I was young. So it's gonna
Cool.
always be like that. I'm gonna
Cool.
always have my hands in several different things.
Awesome. I just know, like for me, um, coming up with talks and presentations to speak to audience, it takes a lot out of me, because you have to do research, you have to prepare,
Mhm.
have to practice. You don't want to go up there stumbling. You don't want to go up there and act like you're reading to the people. You want to be comfortable. So that takes a lot of time. So I'm just like, let my focus be my ministry, and I can outsource to get the t-shirts and the jewelry that I sell.
Okay. And so so the jewelry they can inbox you as well.
Yes, absolutely. And the jewelry matches my shirt. So I have the same words that are on my shirts, like chosen, resilient. Girl, it's cute.
Oh,
It's a whole line because again, we like to look good. When you look good, you feel good, all of the things.
right.
But yeah, you just want to cover yourself in that word because every day is not going to be a good day. You may feel a little low, but if you put on those resilient earrings and that resilient t-shirt, you be like, I might be down right now, but I'm going to bounce back from this situation. It is not going to get the best of me. So you speak those things to yourself and you will begin to start to see it manifest in your life.
That's right. Amen to that. I love that. I really do. So when is your next speaking engagement? Do you have one coming up?
I do. So I spoke last Saturday for a Mother's Day family picnic, but I will also be speaking next month, Saturday, June 15th at Dr. Opal Lee's Empowering You event. And I don't know if you all know who Dr. Opal Lee is, but she is the grandmother of Juneteenth.
Okay. All
Right
right.
here in Fort Worth, Texas. She is 95 years old.
Wow. That's a blessing.
Yes,
Well,
God is
I'm
good.
excited for you.
Thank you. I'm excited about it too. She is just an amazing woman and she's just doing some amazing things. I was just reading earlier this week where she got an honorary doctorate from SMU, which is it's a private school in North Dallas. So she is just everywhere doing all of the things. She was just awarded like a Medal of Honor from President Biden. So She's
Really?
she's she's the truth at 95 years old.
That's amazing.
Mhm.
So, are there any books coming out?
You know what? I do have a book idea. I have a book idea for a children's book. I have two daughters. They are 6 and 3 years old. And I just feel like I need to leave them something. All of this is for giving them a legacy.
Right.
And we are starting to see more African American authors come out. And I feel like if I'm writing, I need to be right because my daughter comes to me and she tells me about different things that happened to her at school. And I'm just like, I know if I'm going through this as a mom, a first time mom, others have experienced this as well. They can relate to what it is that I'm saying in these books, or it can be empowerment for the mom to be. So
Yeah.
I do have an idea for a children's book, and I'm just asking, and believing that it is going to come to fruition.
Well, that's how I actually started off.
Hmm.
Is writing uh about experiences, what I have been through to be able to help other people. And I think a lot of people start off like that. Um a lot of people start writing from their experiences, their struggles, or what they've seen other people struggle with. And so definitely for me, that's what happened. I started, it was during COVID, and I sat down and I started writing one day. And I mentioned it to someone, and person was like, you have to keep writing.
Yeah.
And I kept writing. Eventually I put the book down, and then at some point I picked the book back up and started writing again. And then after that, that's when I decided that I wanted to get into motivational speaking. And that was never on the list. Like,
Right.
I was just going to, well, at least I thought I was just going to put this book out, share my experiences, help the community, talk about generational cycles and things of that nature. And that would be it. And then, I don't know, somewhere in there, it started with, I started talking about a podcast and wanting to write another book. And so, yeah, that's how it happened for me.
And
But
that's
everybody has a
much.
story.
I'm sorry.
I said everybody has a story.
Absolutely. And that's why we have to share it, because you don't know who you're helping. Your words might be what somebody needs to get over the hump. So you have to talk about it all. You have to talk about the good things, you have to talk about the bad things, and even the ugly, because you have to. I'm real. I'm human, just like you. I go through problems just like you, ups and downs. Life is by no means perfect. So,
Right, right.
yeah,
Nothing's
and it's a
perfect.
form of healing too. I think it's a
Mhm.
form of healing.
It is. It is. For me, I needed to look at some of the things that I allowed to happen. Because sometimes when we get in relationships or even in family situations, I'm learning that the way you feel about yourself is the way you allow people to treat you.
Yeah.
And so I look back and I think like some things I really allow because I didn't create boundaries. And boundaries are so important even with family. And so I'm definitely learning, through my healing journey, I'm learning from other people that come on my platform as well.
Mhm.
And people they say stuff like, why would you want to tell your story, or why would you want to put your stuff out there like that? Um, but for a lot of people, they want you to be silenced, and I'm totally against it.
Mhm.
In this healing journey, I'm learning that I no longer have to be silenced.
Yeah.
And talking about things does help you with your healing, and
Right.
healing doesn't happen overnight. At least I don't believe so. People think that, giving information or speaking about your life is a bad thing because of the people that may have been in that situation with you,
Mhm.
or the people that may have caused you hurt or harm.
Mhm.
But at some point, we as a community have to think about, how bad are we hurting each other by wanting that person to hold it in? Do you know how bad that person is hurting inside because they're going to bed every night, holding all that in
Mhm.
and going day to day because you want them to be quiet?
Right.
And we talk about forgiveness, and I do understand that forgiveness is for us and not for the other person. But people need to also understand that you can forgive, but forgetting, you know, that's a hard thing.
Mhm.
And you have to talk about those things and get it out to be able to heal.
Yeah.
So, again, I'm totally against making people be silent, because we need to talk about it. And if
Mhm.
that means you need to journal, if that means you need to write a book, then you do what you need to do. That, as long as it's not hurting, you don't want to do anything to hurt anybody. But I think people need to be able to get it out and
Absolutely.
put it on paper so that we all can heal together.
I totally agree. And that is something that, our society struggles with, because why do you want people to tell your story? Because you're telling me to be quiet. I'm suffering mentally. We suffer, and that is why we have so mental illness on the rise, because you've silenced me for so long, generation after generation. Oh, you don't tell nobody, you keep your business to yourself. No, I want to be helped. I want to be free, and the only way I can be free is if I tell somebody what happened to me. What
Suffer
happened to
in
me.
silence.
Exactly. So keep on telling your story. That's why I said you have to share, because you don't know who you're helping. You don't know who you're empowering. They hear your story and say, that happened to me too. Like the Me Too movement, it started from because one person said this happened to me, And it empowered the next person to say, me too.
Mhm. And that's what I love about having the podcast, is because so many different people come on the platform and they share their story.
Mhm.
And if it's not helping me, which there have been a lot of people that's been on the platform that it has helped me, but even if it's not helping me, somebody else out there, it is helping them.
Yeah.
And we don't know who's watching us. We don't know, even if they just listen to 10 minutes of the podcast, that it might be that just that little 10 minutes that may help somebody and may free them. So
Mhm.
I'm all for us coming together and sharing our stories to help, our community, help everybody. This is great. So,
Right.
but I really appreciate you coming onto the podcast and sharing your story. We
Mhm.
know that it's going to help so many people that is starting their writing process
Yeah.
and starting their motivational speaking, and it they don't know where to start. And you just told them how your story was when you first started.
Mhm.
And so this will give them some guidance, and they'll continue to write. At least we pray that they'll continue to write. They'll continue to get in front of the camera and talk
Right.
and say those affirmations and encourage people so that they can one day get up there in front of a broad of people and be able to do their most motivational speaking like you did. So thank you for that.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you so much. And that's really how the other aspect of my book came along, is because I was doing the videos every single day. So I just started putting my words from my videos to paper.
Yeah. So
Mhm.
is there anything that you would like to leave with our audience?
Absolutely. I just want you guys to just be encouraged. Don't be afraid of the journey and the plan that God has for your life, because He does have a plan and a purpose for each and every one of you. And sometimes it may take you a while to figure it out. Like I said, it was just revealed to me what my purpose was 3 years ago, so. And I'm not a spring chicken, right? But everything happens for a reason. I wasn't ready for it. I wasn't ready to face certain demons, face certain skeletons, face certain just ugliness about myself. He had to clean me up. So be willing to go through that process. It's not going to be easy, and it's not going to feel good. So just know that either when He's working on you, when He's cleaning out your heart, when He's preparing you for that next level that you've been praying for, and you've been saying, enlarge my territory, well, there's going to be some inside work that comes with that. So you just got to be ready for that. But I promise you, when you get on the other side, there's freedom on the other side, there's joy on the other side,
Amen.
there's happiness, there's community on the other side. Now I'm able to share my story. I'm meeting with Creative Soul all the way in Las Vegas. That's look, technology is amazing, but that's how He just brings people together. We didn't know that we were going to be kind of saying the same thing. You just never know how He will use people and start connecting people to have an impact on this world. So it doesn't matter where you are in your business with writing your book. Write something every single day. Write it when you feel it, whether you have to write it in your phone or you journal it, however you do. Just keep writing, and I promise you, every single day you're going to get better. Go to conferences, attend writers retreats, anything that you need to help you become a better writer. Since this is the author series, you want to become a better writer. You want to be able to connect with your audience. You want them to feel what it is that you're talking about. You want them to be engaged. And of course, if you write more books, you want them to keep coming back because they love the way that you tell a story. They love how real you are, how vulnerable you are. And there is strength in being vulnerable. So don't think that you're weak because people are telling you, oh, you don't want people to know your story. Why? Things Nobody has a clean slate. Everybody has something that they have been through. So just because they don't want to talk about theirs, girl, you got to let me be, because I got to get mine out, because I need to be good. I need to be mentally stable and in a great place so that I can operate in the world, so that I can be good for my children, my family, for myself. So encourage yourself each and every day. And do what it is that you need to do to make sure that you show up as your best self.
Yes. Thank you for that. And for my audience, remember it's only pain until you discover your purpose and start your healing journey. I will see you next Monday.